Welcome back. Good morning, friends. Hope you're all doing great. What's up, YouTube? Oh, we had a pretty cool day today. Analysis on side-ish. We're just going to use midnight as my daily open. And she didn't quite get down into the order block. So I'm wondering if we revisit that. Let's check out a 15-minute chart, plot our midnight on, and this is what we did. So I was looking for a drop down into this level, and then a rise up if we wanted to go up. So it did the exact opposite, and it went up and hit my targets. I mean, like, from the candles open here, it did hit the order block right there. So that's 6:30 p.m. repriced right there. So it just didn't give us a retest, which is whatever. So everything's still cool. And yeah, running up into targets. And then finding some sensitivity to the downside. I got a couple of trades up on Twitter. You're welcome to go check them out. Order flow charts. Today was not like very handsome in a very dynamic range, but at the same time, the delivery was very nice. Now I expect this for a Monday on NFP, but if there's a government shutdown, there might not be an NFP. So that's pretty trippy. So I don't really know what to expect. So I'm just playing it by ear, doing a lot of real-time analysis, just seeing what the market gives. Really no real die-hard expectations this week. I want to see what NFP does or doesn't do on Friday if it comes, and we'll just start gauging the market for the following weeks. So like once we start having some information for the monthly candlestick, then we can determine, okay, what profile is materializing here. So I wouldn't mind if we dropped. That wouldn't be the worst thing. So what would that look like? Well, we've already got the bullish order block annotated here. So I like that. And I was mentioning, so target acquired. And I was mentioning if we got up into this specific candlestick here, that I'd be using the grades to figure out, okay, where's it likely off to? And it's typically based on the close, but I do want to see where the 4-hour closed. It is showing strength overall. So it's closed above consequent encroachment. So that's cool. And then it got stuffed right back to the downside, which isn't the worst thing. So I still would like that swing low to hold. I wouldn't mind if we revisited here. That wouldn't be the worst thing. Just do a little choppy poo, duck down into that pool liquidity, and then flip out of control. We got 10 a.m. news driver tomorrow morning. Be very careful, but tomorrow, typically, likely, maybe going to be favored. And then Wednesday's what throws things in for a loop. So I did pretty dang good today. It was fun. So I don't mind just sitting out the rest of the week and waiting on that information. Because what we got going here is a close at equilibrium. And that's typically not the best places to take trades from. So a slight premium. So equilibrium being here. Let's go back 20 days. And I got this incorrect. I went bars instead of days. Before on another video, somebody had showed me, they're like, hey, you went, 14, 16 bars and not 20 days. And I was like, oh, thanks for telling me. So it's that white candle right there. And we'll just grab this whole range here. And when that new candle opens, that'll be 20. So we'll use this one. Because you use the one you're going to be on, and that's going to be this one. So here is our premium and discount, and we are stuck at equilibrium. Hilarious. It. I really don't. I'm being. I know you guys want me to just tell you, okay, this is where price is going, and everything's going to be cool. I literally do not know. It's just that time where it's okay not to know. But this is where you're allowing things in the market to become very obvious and present. So grab this whole candlestick here. I believe that would be the inefficiency. Okay, it's not completely rebalanced, but it's been filled in quite nicely, and we still have that swing low holding. So this midway point here, and then we got our gray pool down here. This midway point, if we start to lose it, I'm immediately aiming for that. So when you're measuring what that is, and you can get in sync with order flow here, that's 372 ticks. That's nothing to shake a stick at. Okay, I'm giving you a very specific price point that if we lose, I'm immediately aiming for this pool of liquidity here. Underneath that candle, I personally would like to see that hold. So just seeing where that is in the environment, that's rated equilibrium of the dealer's range. Or sorry, excuse me, IPTA data range. 20-day look back period. So that's cool. And well, we'll do that on Wednesday, right? We got a new month, tomorrow's close. So we'll check that out tomorrow. Well, actually, let's take a look. Beautiful. I would like to see Bitcoin do this. I would like to see Bitcoin flip. Well, it did. I was mentioning this to my Discord students, the leverage masters, that I would like to see Bitcoin catch up to NASDAQ and start flipping out of control and get near the top of the candlestick. So I'm going to take that whole range, mark on the 30% retracement and the 20. Go back into that 15-minute time frame. Just see, did we hit any of that yet from the watermark high of that candle? Yeah, we did. Excuse me. Yes, we definitely did right there. That's crazy. That's crazy fun because that's the requirement for the candle to close. So it's already made that. So we're in already what we're framing low probability type setups. Now, I'm not opposed to that being the bottom. So if we do get down into here, I'm likely going to catch a long there. Probably here too, and I'll permit myself to lose that trade. And if it bounces off of here and starts moving up, then I'll get in sync with order flow. But if it starts falling in here, I'm going to try and catch that dagger. So taking that level, going back into the daily chart. Okay, so this down close candle, have that marked off. And this will be the most, in this upper quadrant here, will be the most sensitive. So you won't need to second guess if price action is going to lose that. It's likely going to be really quick in wanting to reach for this pool of liquidity if that's what it's going for. It'll be obvious. If we continue up, that's a toughie. Let's just take a look at Bitcoin. Yeah. Buy side pool liquidity up here. Can aim for that. So that would be here. That's fun. It's not really obvious. Let's break it down a bit. So the 4 hour indeed breaking that short-term downtrend here very nicely. So if we're anticipating a higher low in the set here, that would be great. And we'll catch that likely. So you're in the 4 hour chart. It only takes a few of these candlesticks to make a day. So that means that you're kind of timing how many, what would it look like? Does it do it fast and want to get up real quick? Or is it going to peter around like this? Peter around for a while. Make a new idiot box. Run out the high, run out the low. You know how it is. But yeah. Yeah, very, very tough decisions. This is why NFP sucks. And why you want to just chill out sometimes. So we do have a beautiful bearish order block in here. Taking buy side liquidity. Premium. Coming down and have this inefficient. Oh, actually, wow, that's awesome. So that order block here in the daily chart is our bullish breaker in the 4 hour. To no surprise. So let's drag that out. Draw a green box. And that'll be your right shoulder for your inverted head and shoulder if you're a pattern trader. So keep an eye out for your discount swing lows. Inside of here. So I like that. Because of the nature of this week, I will permit some coloring outside the lines. None of this has to be military grade. Kind of like this here, how it was just ruthless. Came right down for that sell side pool here before ripping back up, getting a close above, and then snapping above the bearish order block. That there is the kind of stuff we're expecting, okay? Very scammy price action. But if it's dumping hard and it's in sell side and your model is present, you have a very good setup there. Yeah, so gun to my head, I have no idea. Maybe we have an inside trading day. Nah. I think we will take previous day's low. That's what I think. So maybe it's just a bearish candle in here and then we can get above it after. We'll see. We'll see. But I want this information moving forward. It's the end of the month. It's the beginning of October. Let it be ruthless. Okay. God bless you guys. Thank you all for joining and don't overdo it. Trade safe.